Man v Horse, the original, a test of human versus animal. Us on our feet, running in fear, dreading the sound of the horse's hooves galloping up behind us. The horses and their riders are the obvious favourites, but history proves they can be beaten. The race is on.
Horses right behind us. Hang on, there's nowhere to pass. Oh, she's coming through. It all began in a pub in Wales. In fact, it was this pub, the Neuadd Arms. Back in 1980, two locals were sat having a beer at the bar, discussing who they thought would be stronger over this local terrain, men or horses. Well, the landlord at the time, Gordon Green, overheard this conversation and he thought, well, that sounds like a great idea. Why don't we put it to the test? Well, there was born the now internationally known Man v Horse. And to find out a little bit more about this event and some of the history behind it, I'm going to go and speak to Mike, the race director, once I finish my pint. Well, Mike, I gather that you have not been race director since the start, but I know you know a lot about the history. Well, on that first occasion, I mean, you'd obviously just presume the horse is going to win. What was the actual outcome of the first race of Man v
Yeah,
Horse?
the horse did win. There was far less sort of health and safety and consideration for the horse's welfare then, I think.
What is the terrain that we've got in store here? And I mean, because surely normally on the flat, a horse would obviously beat the runner. So
That's right, yeah. The original bet that it was set on did specify that it was the terrain of the Elenners, this part of the Cambrian Mountains.
And so only 3 runners ever have beaten the horse on this?
The second time it was done, I think the first 2 runners were ahead of the first horse, yeah. No.
What conditions would make it sort of likely to be close or give the runner a chance, do you think?
Probably sort of the one with the weather, the better it is for the runners.
Okay.
Horses struggle in hot weather. And of course the ground gets firmer.
Mm-hmm. Conditions look okay for tomorrow. Do you think we could see a runner come out top tomorrow? Is history going to be remade?
It's possible, but the trouble is we don't really know what condition anybody's in. You know, a lot of the runners we got no history of them. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's a fairly unique event, so there's not many people who've got any sort of record of running 20-something miles in this sort of terrain. There's so much up and down.
And it's just, the horses just go 1 mile further now?
It's about that, yes.
Yeah.
There's one bit that really wouldn't be suitable for horses.
Okay.
And it may go round, and it's probably a mile or so long.
Okay. Well, I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it's a pretty unique event. I would say it's an extremely unique event.
To get a little bit more of an idea of what attracts people to this event, I caught up with a few of my fellow runners and riders.
All right, Dick, so you were there on the first race back in 1980.
Yeah.
How has it changed? What was the experience like back then?
For a start, the very first race we didn't have as many people who just go out for fitness and enjoyment. I think we had 40, 50 athletes so it was totally different sort of race and a very small field.
Well, Peter, you have come back here for your 30th attempt at this race. What brings you back every year?
It's a unique race. It's the only race I do, and I've done a lot of races. It's got this community feel. There's this buzz in the town. Tonight, and particularly tomorrow night, everybody's out to have a good time. Everybody within the town helps out. Everybody's out there marshalling, working at the start, working at the finish.
Well, Eros and Sarah, great to have a chat to you. You're racing tomorrow, that's right, both of you. Now, Eros, I gather that you are potentially the first blind person to take on Man v Horse on foot.
Yes, when I registered, I didn't know about this, but it seems I am going to be the first blind person. I love trail, I love all sorts of running, but trail is one of the types I do like. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm nervous, obviously.
Well, Mike, I gather you are a rider and you're taking part tomorrow on a horse. This is your 3rd attempt, is that right?
This is my 3rd attempt on the horse. I have crewed it once before, So yeah, really looking forward to it.
And how have the previous 2 events for you gone?
They've been pretty good.
Yeah.
We've done okay, just over the 3-hour mark. But this year I want to be the sub 3 hours on my new horse.
Oh, so you've upgraded?
I've upgraded.
Who were you on and who are you now going to be on tomorrow?
Right, well, I used to ride a horse called Jess. She was now retired.
Yeah.
So my new horse is Barley.
Okay.
She's 16 years old. And yeah, she's a good endurance horse.
Right, and do you do endurance racing?
Yes.
Anyway, so you are...
Yes, I am.
Okay, are you a professional endurance?
No, I'm not a professional.
No?
I'm just a novice, but we
Okay.
do very well.
And what are your hopes? You say, you're hoping to get under the 3 hours. Where would that put you, do you think, in the overall
My goal
race?
would be in the top 10. I would like to be a top 10 horse.
At the start, and everyone is looking really quite serious for like a complete amateur first timer. It's crazy how many people are doing this. I don't know if I can give you a view here. But the sun has come out, as you can see. I am happy. I was debating wearing a coat, but I was like, no, this is a race. Gotta get up for it. I'm starting vaguely near the start, which might be really silly. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of back my chances. Need to make sure I don't start too fast. That's the advice I've had so far. And yeah, we get a 15-minute head start on the horses, so we don't have to worry about them to start with. And I think they have like a rolling start before they're allowed to hit into a canter or a gallop. So we won't be looking at them just yet.
2 near the front, 2 near the front.
That's not. Anyway, I need to concentrate. 5 minutes to go. I've been told to start this easy, but they didn't say that it involved 2k so far, probably more. Straight up a hill, I'm walking and I'm out of breath. Can't go much slower, so I'm just gonna carry on walking. Some people behind me, lots of people walking, some jogging, not much quicker than my walk, so yeah, oh, looks like it gets steeper. Here goes. I think I can see the top. I think it goes around the corner. You can see how high we are already. The tunnels that start to look out for the views. I'm going to try and do that. So it's quite stunning. I've seen around the corner. I'll show you. You'll feel my pain. We're currently on a path where they've had a diversion. So the horses actually do just 1 mile further than us. But we get that head start. I don't think it counts on the time though, sadly. It's more just logistics on the course. But don't need to over my shoulder just yet. But we will be hearing galloping hooves. I'm sure not too far. Anyway, actually on the first bit of flat for a while. After that crazy hill, a lot of crazy downhill. Couldn't film, had to definitely keep my eyes open for that. So now it's a nice open fire road. Try and get a bit of a rhythm going. I'd say they said it was very terrain. Just as we hit that crazy downhill. I need to put it away as I need all my oxygen. not sure if it's my imagination, but I think I've just heard a few people shouting horse. I looked behind, which is never did, right? And I can't yet see a horse. But we're now back on the shared track, and horses will definitely make better speed. This is a fire road, and as you can probably tell from my breathing, and the speed I'm going is uphill. So yeah, horse could definitely trot up here quite comfortably. Here he comes, our leading horse. That's a sound I was not looking forward to. Hello. Hello. Hey, it's me. How easy does that look? Look at them cruising past. That's what I've been dreading. And we're only not even 8k in. What's that in miles? 5 miles? And I think they've already done their harder part. And you might have heard the female rider who went past going, yeah, it's raining. And I'm here going, no. The rain is perfect for the horse riders. Keeps the horses nice and cool. Just makes me grumpy. So anyway, hopefully it stops for me. We might catch the horses. Don't know we're going to see those again though. There's a lot of chatter coming from behind, both from a horse and what I presume are riders, because no runners would be chatting that much. Oh my goodness, that's quite scary. I don't know how it's going to get past. But the horse is right behind us. Hang on, there's nowhere to pass. Oh, she's coming through. My goodness. Oh.
Go.
Oh my. Oh, they're coming. Jeez. My goodness. This is a bit scary. It's going to trample us. Oh my goodness. There's nowhere for runners to go. Okay. Hang on.
Thank you.
Here they come again. I've just overtaken 2 horse riders. Bonus, winner. It was going down a bit of technical part where the riders are playing it safe. Looks like there's some crowds. Who did expect? Middle of nowhere. Thanks. Give me a cheer! Loving the support. Oh, bit of a wrong turn by a few here. That's a highlight, and I think it might be somewhere around halfway. Going uphill again into a horrible wind. Thank you. This weather is quite bush weather. Thank you. This one tastes hardcore. It's like raining sideways. Grass sand. Thanks. You can tell there's a tailwind. I'm enjoying that, but I'm not enjoying this bleakness. Don't think you can see much of a shake. Back behind me in the fog, I run us down the hill. In the distance, it's in the middle of nowhere. There are runners ahead of me. And we've been going uphill for a very long time. Vet check going on here for the horses. Thank you. Thank you. Probably a good thing no one's stopping to check my heart rate right now. And although the rest was quite nice, maybe some fresh shorts. I think we are coming up to the final relay changeover, which means the final third. At least that's what I'm hoping. Oh, and it's stopped raining and the sun's out, which is good. Maybe you guys can appreciate the view. But I've definitely got to the point in the race where I'm just tired, a bit grumpy, and yeah, I just feel tired. It's a weird sensation. It's like I'm doing an ultra race. It's only 20.5 miles or something. Slightly regretting my ambitious response when I got the request from Team GB. They were actually looking for relay members. And the relay is 3 legs, all of about 6 or 7 miles each. I was like, nah, I want a challenge. It's months away, I'll be fit by then. And it turned out that no one else wanted to join the relay. So I got my wish. And now I'm regretting it. Why did I think I would be fit enough? I don't know. Yeah. We do these silly things, don't we? Apparently all in the name of fun. I'm sure the after party will be fun. Another big hill. It's got to be the last hill, surely. I'm losing the will. Definitely lost the will to run. Realise I should have drunk more water when I could have early on when it was raining and I was cold. So I don't need water. I'm just used to either going really easy or quite short. And I've now been going 2 hours 50. I've managed halfway through a second gel because I was feeling so rubbish and I thought maybe that'll help. And that's a lot for me and I need to work on it. And I know the advice was start steady, but like I said, it's kind of impossible to get up a massive hill. And all I know is my quads are going to be in bits. It's just been up and then down, up and then down. And I apologise for lack of chatting this last part, but if you did this course, you'd understand.
For only the 3rd time in this race's 41-year history, a runner beat the horse. Ricky Lightfoot was the first competitor home in a time of 2 hours 22:23, ahead of the quickest horse and rider, Invictus, ridden by Kim Allman, who came in 2 minutes, 1 second behind.
Here we go. I think the finish is close. I'm so excited. A bit emotional. But I came downhill, so I can't look. Oh, I've got to look where I'm going. There's the finish line. Finish it!
2 minutes 32.
I know how it felt as a runner, but we thought we should hear from one of the top placed riders. So we caught back up with second place finisher and third overall, Mike Mills and his horse Barley.
Well, I have just got to meet, obviously we met Mike before the race, didn't get to meet the star of the show, Barley, who's not so fast by camera. We always told not to film with animals and children, aren't you? But,
Yes.
But you had a great race, you aimed for top 10, how was it?
Even better than I thought. Possibly second place as the
Wow.
horse. So yeah, I'm very pleased.
Well, Barley, well done. I
Yes.
mean, congratulations, girl. You don't seem anywhere near as tired as I am. I mean, I finished second woman, but yeah, I think next time I'd love to come back and be on a horse and do it far quicker. How long did it take you?
About 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, I saw you galloping past me pretty fast a couple of times.
Yes.
How were the vet checks?
Vet checks are all right. Halfway vet check, she passed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
This one was slightly slower, but you know, heart rate down 60 beats. That I'm happy with. She's passed.
And I mean, who out of the two of us looks like we've just run 20 miles or 21? I don't think you do you?
No, I
Do
can tell you
reckon?
she
Yeah.
could do it
Who
again.
Who looks more tired?
Me.
Well done, Mike. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Well, I might have been too slow to see it, but you guys have got to witness some history. It's only the third time ever in the 41 years of man v horse that a man has beaten the horse. So results here, it was actually Ricky Lightfoot who completed the 20 miles, 20.4 miles I think it was, in a time of 2 hours, 22 minutes 23 seconds. Now, he is a British trail runner, apparently a world champion trail runner, so definitely accustomed to these trails. Second place, but the winner for the riding the horse was Lanehouse Boy, ridden by Kim Alman, and they did it in a time of 2 hours, 24:24. So Ricky took the win by 2 minutes, which is huge if you think it's not happened for years and years. So very exciting. Gutted I was a bit too slow to see that. I came in a fair bit after, but I would say I'm quite chuffed to go home with second place. Was not expecting that at all, and it was pretty brutal towards the end. You might get that vibe, but what an incredible event. I think you can kind of tell from the people that we've spoken to. I mean, there was marshals all along the way. It was just everyone so friendly, so happy. It's such just a unique thing, and if you could ever get an entry into this Whole Earth Man v Horse, I would suggest taking it. Apparently it sells out in a couple of hours, so get your keyboards ready. And I'm not promoting this event, it's just brilliant. Next year, I want to come back and I'm going to try and find a horse so I can do it a little bit quicker. But hopefully you've enjoyed it and you've had as much fun watching it as I have doing it. Give us a like and remember, hit that subscribe button.